hardest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. And the Cowboys will put total effort to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Alabama's offense will come out first. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets it out fast. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. He makes the catch. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Alabama pushing the tempo. To the air on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. It is deafening in here. The panel people going to work. Throwing down in a big one for the Cowboys. From the gun. Wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Using the quick game. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. It's complete on the right side.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma State's offense will take the field for the first time. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Under fire! And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab deep. Touchdown, Bama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Cook. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll try the run. Shakes off the defender.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Cowboys send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. This offense has it with really good field position. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick strike complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Caught close to the marker, it's Edwards. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Got it! He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. Touchdown time! And they take it in for 6 more points. how efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
On the move from inside his 5. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. To the air, it's Flores. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Hands it off. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. One final play before the end of the quarter. Power football with the run. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Trying to impose their will with the run. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They're working that left side. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll take it on the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Working that left side now.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. New set of downs after the completion. Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the tight end. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. And this quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in. Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Firing to the right, complete. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's got it. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quick completion on the out. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He'll set up to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Flores. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ferguson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Makes it past the marker. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the 1st half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Pocket breaking down. Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Cowboys line up to punt it away. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Snagged in the middle, it's Jones. There he goes. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Quarterback may change this route. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Alabama pushing the tempo. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Jones. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Edwards. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And this QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize, they get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so...
There he goes to the left. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Flores. It's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Cowboys are on the move.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. To the air on first down. Lets it fly. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Bama! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Off play action. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Runs through the tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Cowboys will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Running through contact. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes that Alabama offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. Makes the catch. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown tie. And for this receiver, hello, viral.
Hello, viral, and on every platform, everywhere. You're going to see it in top plays. Not 1, not 2, not 3. Just continuing to count the touchdowns. This guy's been balling.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking to pass. It's Flores. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Ferguson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Cowboys will punt this one away.
Number 12 in punt formation to kick it away.
Makes a catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Got a man. It's Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Might be calling a hot route. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he's got it! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Wants to go up top. He makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed them to kick it there.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Number 18 set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He'll go to the sneak. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
It's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And back to the air on second down. Quickly complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. He uncorks one deep. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Boom. Batted into the air near the goal line.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
On third down, he drops the throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team.
Number 12, on to punt it away.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Jones.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Looking downfield on first down. Going for the big play. Makes the catch at the 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
He's got him. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Cowboys up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. The give on the counter. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. From the gun, running back on the move. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Give to the running back. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense as he's knocked down immediately. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it, keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. You're still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. They'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive...
Oh, he's got some space. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Riley. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the ground game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll pull it on the read. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
The Cowboys decide to punt it away. This entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressed.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Snap to the back. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Back has it. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three we saw just spectacular football.